Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us, while participating today in God's divine plan for constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. 高天原にかむすまります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちて、すめみおやかむいざなぎのみこと、つくしのいむかのたちあなの、ほどのあはぎあらぎ、みそぎあらいたもうときになりませる。あらいどの神たちもろもろのまがごと積みけがれよ。あらいたまえ清めたまえとまおすことのよしを。あまつかみくにつかみやおよろずの神たちともに雨のふちこまの耳振り立ててきこしめせとかしごみもまおす。弥勒大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ弥勒大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえかんながらたまちはえませ。かんながらたまちはえませ。Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, the time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as you live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great good. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. May God Meishu-sama bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. Humanity's mission, the great mission of creating a paradise here on earth, was assigned to humanity by God alone. God works through us, using each human being as an instrument in the divine plan of salvation for humanity. Each of us is born with a physical body and a soul bestowed by God, a part of God's own being. A person is born on the physical plane because he or she has a definite individual mission assigned by God for the fulfillment of God's plan. What is God's plan? From the beginning of creation, God has planned the establishment of a paradise on earth. Words cannot express the grandeur and beauty of God's plan. God has endowed each human being with special talents and capabilities so that his or her individual mission can be performed successfully. God has caused each one to be born and reborn countless times, to live again and again in the physical world in order to move forward toward the ultimate goal of perfection. All things and all events are part of the movement toward this goal. The present day is what I call the turning point from the age of darkness to the daylight age. The entire world is on the verge of taking decisive steps into the new era. Humanity must now throw off the cloak of barbarism so it may reach the heights of a truly enlightened civilization. For the first time on earth, chaos, conflict, disease, and poverty will be eliminated. God has sent us Johrei for the purpose of furthering God's great plan in this direction. Johrei will play a crucial role in achieving God's plan.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. And thank you also for joining us in our prayers for world peace. This evening, I want to share with you the faith experience of Ana Paula Gravina Gonçalves. Ana Paula is from the Itaipuaçu Johrei Center in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ana Paula became a Johrei member 14 years ago. Currently, she gives service through her Johrei Center as a youth leader and gives assistance to members' families. In 2017, she was laid off from the company that she had worked for 3 years. The company was experiencing financial problems, and when Ana Paula was dismissed, she did not receive an official termination to her contract. Although she had tried several times to negotiate with her employers, she was unsuccessful in her attempts. For years after having been severed from her job, Ana Paula still felt frustrated because she had not yet been able to resolve this impasse.
Ana Paula reflected, acknowledging that everything happens according to divine will. Having done so, she decided to release her attachment and was able to feel and express gratitude about her situation to God and Meishu-sama, letting go. Through several conversations with her minister, Ana Paula learned of the vital importance of striving to give service by way of utilizing our practice of faith in order to raise her spiritual level and serve as a catalyst for receiving all kinds of blessings, including those of a material nature. Thus, in October of 2021, she committed to intensify her giving of service with young people, to accelerate the channeling and receiving of Johrei with her husband, her reading of Meishu-sama's teachings on a daily basis, and participation in our daily online services. In early December, a former colleague asked Ana Paula if she had received an official termination notice, as she herself had negotiated a deal and received an initial settlement payment. Ana Paula immediately talked to her lawyer, who contacted the company. They were able to reach an agreement, and to their delight, within 30 days, the company completed making full payments to Ana Paula for all amounts owed. Extremely happy, Ana Paula, as a way of materializing her gratitude, offered a special donation at Meishu-sama's birthday service, and further was able to realize her dream upon requesting an altar for her home. By living this faith experience, Ana Paula learned that in face of purifications, we need to increase our commitment to the practice of our faith by providing service to others, through which we elevate ourselves spiritually, thereby transforming our fate. Ana Paula is immensely grateful to God, Meishu-sama, and her ancestors for blessings received and for her spiritual growth. Her commitment is to further serve in the divine work, helping the greatest number of people, introducing them to Meishu-sama's teachings and guiding them to our path of true faith. Thank you very much for joining us, for listening to this wonderful faith experience. Wish you a wonderful weekend. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed evening.